You know,
What's going on, man?
I'm a little
Slang Starfire.
nice to meet you.
And, I'm a simple guy, and I live my life by really simple means, you know what I mean? And, I live by simple mottos and credos and phrases and everything, because it works for me, you know what I mean? Lately, I've adopted a new one. Yasmin. 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 Y'all ain't seeing me enough.
God. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Frank Starfire, and this is the Just to Be Frank podcast. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. With me tonight, of course, I got my boy DJ Coach Cap in the building.
Hey.
Your boy Sumz in the building.
Yo, you already know what it is.
You know them as the host of the Slang Editorial podcast, which you can find right here on YouTube. You can find it on Anchor. You can find it on Spotify, iTunes, Google, blah, 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 yakety schmaggety. But once again, this still being the month of January, on the Just to Be Frank podcast, we are talking hip-hop, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And of course, as ever, motherfuckers got the invitation, so if they decide to stroll on in, they're more than welcome to. But in the meantime, this is what it is. We here. You know what I'm saying? But no, and I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to open up with this question, right? And I wanted to ask this specifically to Cap, because you do both DJ and you an MC, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is a roundabout reason for me asking this, but the reason I ask this is this. Is the radio DJ cosign still necessary?
I don't listen to the radio. But I would believe so, because just getting your song on radio is just an important thing anyway.
All right.
As an artist, you live for the moment where you first hear your voice come through radio speakers or through a radio station, and that's whether it's the biggest radio station or even an independent or college radio station.
It doesn't matter. Radio is radio.
Because you have that feeling of, damn, people are really hearing my music.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe it's important, and also because radio DJs are connected, right? So when one radio DJ, let's use for example Funkmaster Flex.
Yes, let's use him.
If Flex plays your record, you know what I'm saying, on his station, he's not just playing your record, he's also sending it out to whatever group of DJs he's directly affiliated with. Yo, I'm getting behind this record. Y'all might want to fuck with it too. So it's a trickle down effect, and then from there, the club DJ or the DJ that does the parties in the house and all that shit, if they're listening to Flex and Flex is playing it and it's a hot record, everybody else is gonna be like, oh well, Flex was playing this the other day. I go to my party, I'm gonna play that shit too, because I've done that. I've heard a record and ran right to the record store and copped it, or look, yo, what the fuck is this? All right, let me download that real quick because I could play this on Friday.
All right. So you mentioned Funkmaster Flex. Now I ain't gonna lie. The Tunnel is one of my favorite albums. We lost Sumz for a moment. The Tunnel is one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
But I largely feel like, and again, this is coming from kind of the periphery, in that I have not been I live in Pennsylvania. I don't listen to radio anymore either.
Yeah.
But I have not really listened to Flex like that, Funkmaster Flex, in a very long time.
It's been a long time since I listened. Well, I live in Georgia, so I don't get to listen to Hot 97 like I used to.
Right. And not for nothing, for me personally, I'm more of a DJ Clue fan. Okay. I mean, over on Power 105.
Okay.
But I have this thing about Funkmaster Flex.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what I just, for some reason, I feel like he's been more looking to stoke the flames of beef in hip hop and just calling motherfuckers out. Like he has this really weird thing about Jay-Z that I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't all the way understand either, but I also know it's entertainment, right?
It is, but it's not entertaining. That's what I'm to me. All right, yeah, that's fair.
Right, but to somebody else that loves the theatrics of things, it's like, oh, I gotta go listen to that. Let me see what he's gonna say next.
It's like watching Monday Night Raw.
And exactly. That's why they call him Flex Hogan, right?
Yeah.
They jokingly call him Flex Hogan.
They really do.
Reeling, it's gonna reel people in. Cause he's on terrestrial radio. He needs his show to get listeners constantly. And in an era where we can have any song we want at the tip of our fingers, what's going to draw people into radio?
Controversy.
Draw people into your show. What's going to get people to listen? So I think those things, no matter what they are, get people to listen.
Right.
People to tune in. And as they tune in, then he can play the records. Then he can play the new records and all that. So he might need some of the controversy here and there in order to be able to play these records, right, to get the listeners in.
We're talking, so we talk about Funk Master Flex, and I used to live in New York. Do you listen to Funk Master Flex at night, or do you listen to radio?
I listen to radio when I'm in the car.
Okay.
And being in Brooklyn, that's hardly ever.
Okay.
I'm mostly in the dollar van. But I don't like listening to Funk Flex because he's fucking annoying. He screams, he drops bombs all the time. He's fucking annoying. I like listening to K Slay.
Okay.
I like listening to K Slay. K Slay on the radio, he plays the type of music that I want to hear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he sticks to just playing that traditional hip hop that we fucking love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There are certain DJs that I fuck with, and I believe that it's having the radio DJ cosign is, I don't know about a cosign, but having the DJ play your records is definitely still important. Having a DJ who supports you as an artist or likes your music is definitely important still to this day. Most of the DJs on the radio either have slots in clubs, or they have podcasts. Some of them even do satellite radio too. So they have other different things right outside of their regular 9 to 5 or whatever on the radio. So it's definitely important to still have those DJs, support what you're doing musically. Absolutely.
But now, and then I specifically asked, is Funk Master Flex still relevant? Because I don't know what it is, but I find him to be a caricature of what he used to be.
Yeah, he's still relevant. Yes, he is over the top. Some people think that makes for good entertainment.
That's right.
Some people get annoyed at it. Some people just don't like it and get turned off by it. But some people think it's good entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Some people look at this industry as WWF, and he's just another fucking character within it. You know what I mean?
But
then again, you got to think about like with this album that he's doing now.
Right.
He's doing some smart moves, right? He got King Von on there.
Right.
He got Roddy Rebel. He got Fabio Foreign. So even the younger generation still know how important it is to have a Funk Flex. Because think about it, right? When we was coming up and he was dropping all the Hove joints and he was like really, really relevant to us, the younger generation was like, yo, I can't wait to Flex plays my shit one day.
Right.
So he at the end of the day, he's still a legend in the game. But as you get older, he's getting a little corny to us because we're grown men and we see that this grown man shouldn't be acting a certain way.
Right.
But he's playing. Is it fair to say he's playing into what the way things are now? Because that's the way things are now, right? Especially with the artists that he's starting to play and get in tune with the younger artists and shit. It's playing into what they do. Okay, what's going on is because, like I was explaining to Frank, with us having music, well, we can get music anytime. We don't need to listen to radio.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to listen to radio. It's everything that's on the radio is in our phone at our
fingertips.
We want, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have it. So what do you do in a time like this when people don't have to listen to you, and your ratings might be maybe, coming down? You have to do something more entertaining especially to get the people at home. Like you said, you listen in the car. Most people I know don't listen to the radio unless they're in the car.
Right.
They're on Spotify, they're on Apple Music, they're on Tidal, they're on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
Listening to music.
And when I'm in the car, I'm on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Tidal, or I'm on something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so what's gonna reel you in to listen to the radio is when he gets on Instagram and says, "Yo, 7:00 Friday night, I'm gonna air it all out and let you know what's going on with MC such and such."
You know what it is?
But you know what, Cap? To answer your question, though, I don't think he's playing into it. I think that's naturally a part of him. Yeah, because you got to think about it, right? Hasn't he been doing this with like with other radio personalities for years?
Oh yeah,
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's partly strategic because
absolutely
been doing it with other radio personalities, right?
It's strategic. Mm-hmm.
How do I gotta get them I gotta get the listeners away from listening to him to tune into me at my time slot.
Right.
What's gonna do that? Oh, Flex about to say some shit about Meek Mill. Flex about to say some shit about Drake. Flex about to say some shit about Jay-Z.
But now here's the thing. This is what I'm talking about. Shit like that, like you said, this motherfucker used to drop mad Jay-Z records. Now all of a sudden you hate Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. You're talking about Drake is a better MC than Jay-Z. Like,
but
come on, man. What the fuck?
No, he didn't say he said a better artist at this point in time. He gave reasons for that. He gave reasons for it. Just the way the music is, the way Drake stays with the times and all. Overall, does he probably have something with Jay-Z? Yeah, we'll never probably really know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga sat back for weeks trying to make something that sounds justifiable. How can I make this sound?
That's what I'm saying.
How can I make this sound good?
Like, all right, so because allegedly Jay-Z, allegedly Jay-Z worked behind the scenes with Trump to get a pardon for the co-founder of Rockefeller, some shit. Like
a Rock Nation that used to be, she was a federal informant or something like that.
Okay.
Hold on. She still had an open case where he got a pardon for her?
You get the record, and you can get it pardoned and get the record thrown out.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So
what's the point of doing that now? Everybody knows.
Maybe she has travel restrictions. Maybe there's certain things that she can't do with certain offices.
Oh, got you.
Into certain things business-wise that she probably can't do because of the felony or whatever.
Right, background check.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So maybe that's what it is. I personally would have got Casanova's case thrown out, but hey.
I personally would have got C Murder thrown out, but that's just me.
Word.
I would have got any of them guys pardoned, but who knows, right? Maybe those names were on the list and they probably was like, not I dealing with that.
I would have got
but no, I ain't gonna lie, and I'll say this, I weirdly enough, when I look through the list of names of all the people that the dude pardoned, about 70% of those people nonviolent drug offenders for marijuana.
Hey,
I don't know their color, but nonviolent drug offenders for marijuana. I'm not mad at that. I understand that. That affects me, But I think that ain't hip-hop.
He let out some of his homies too, though. He let out some of his homies.
Well, you gotta let your homies
out.
Gotta
let the homies.
I know. That's what I said. Yeah, I ain't even mad at that. I ain't even mad at that. That nigga got his homies out.
4 or 5, dude. Like, yo.
I think he did what he could for everybody.
He did.
As far as pardons are concerned, I think he tried his best to do a little something for
right.
A little sprinkle for you, a little sprinkle for the criminal justice people,
right?
For the hip hoppers, let me get a little bit for my team and a little bit more for the whites over here. You know what I'm saying?
And a couple of y'all real crooked motherfuckers that we know did it, get y'all past too.
everybody gets some. So fuck it.
All right, but because my thing is like I worry sometimes if a radio DJ, like if he makes it personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that'll affect your spins. That'll affect how you're standing at a radio station, right?
What do you mean by personal though?
Like say you got a DJ who's on a mission and all right. For example, and I'll use Funk Flex again. Maybe he doesn't have an issue with Jay-Z. Jay-Z is entrenched in the game. You're not touching this guy now. Yeah. If anything salacious about Jay-Z should have been handled or put out there eons ago for it to affect him. Now it's not even a blip on the radar. But let's say you take an artist from today, right? And you develop some form of personal beef with like a Meek Mill or somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And you are a number one DJ, you know what I'm saying? Your word matters. But you have a personal thing with this artist, you know what I'm saying? He can't get no play at your radio station. Isn't that wrong?
In theory. In theory, it's wrong.
I appreciate you thinking about it for a moment.
But if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you, right?
Right.
If I don't fuck with you, why would I play your records?
Right.
That's a big fact.
That's fair. But what if
you're a DJ? You got to enjoy what you play.
What if your program director hears it and he's like, "Yo, nah, I want you to play that."
Well, you have to play what the program director tells you to play at these points. Or you could just be like, not on my show, and it'll be played on the other shows. I'm gonna get to it.
Yo, I didn't get to it yet. My bad.
Yo, let me tell you. Let's put it in this perspective, right? If I'm DJing a party and there's some niggas I don't like in there that might come in there with some people I know, right? And they like, yo, son, play some record for me, da 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 da. Nah, I'm not playing that shit. Yo, this shit buzzing all over the hood though. Like we got the whole hood in there. Nah, I don't fuck with him. I'm not playing the record. I'm not supporting who I don't fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that that's wrong. I mean, in theory, for the people, you should just play the record, right? For the people, because if the people love it and the people are fucking with the record, then just go ahead and play the record. You don't gain or lose anything from it.
Right, but if
I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you.
Right, but there's a vast difference between the hood party and the dude buzzing in the hood and
there's no difference.
Radio station.
There's no difference. I'll tell you why. Because sometimes those records trickle up.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not a trickle down for the record. Sometimes it trickles up. Sometimes it starts in the hood parties.
Right.
But then, Cap, I got a question for you then. So what if you're on the radio, right? You're on Hot 97 or Power 105, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say you and Meek Mill have a situation, but BMF. Oh no, BMF is Rick Ross's joint. My bad. You and Rick Ross don't see eye to eye, but BMF is the biggest song out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not play it when you know people are listening to you? And you know what I'm saying?
If I fuck with Meek, I'll play it.
If you fuck with Meek because he's on it.
Yeah, if I fuck with Meek, I play it. If I don't fuck with Meek and if I don't really give a fuck and I really just don't fuck with niggas like that, me personally, I don't play it.
Okay. Even if it's the biggest record.
Yeah,
in the game.
No, but I believe him when he says that shit.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I don't fuck with you. Because I don't fuck with you. So if I don't fuck with you, I might not play it. And then there's a part of me that might be like, oh, well, the record's all right. If the record's really, 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 really dope, I can see past it and play the record.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? That's more so what I meant. Like, what if like even you couldn't deny like the record is hot? I play the record
for the people. No, I've played plenty of records I don't fucking like at all. Like I'm not a big Murder Inc. fan. There's a lot of Ja Rule records I don't like. It's a few that I do like, right? But when I would DJ parties, they go and I have to play them for the people.
Yeah.
For the people, I have to, regardless of and that's any DJ.
Right.
There's a lot of records we don't like that don't fit our personal playlist, our personal style of music to listen to. But if you're playing for the people, you have to play for the people.
Right.
You have to play what the people like, regardless of if you like it or fuck with it really like that. And that depends on environment.
Okay. Now this is gonna be a weird question, right? But when you shut up. But when you think of things like that, right? When you come up with answers like that, is it the DJ that's answering or the MC that's answering? I wondered.
Well,
that's the DJ.
With me, the MC and the DJ, the DJ and the producer is separate in my mind.
Right.
Because I have to compartmentalize each of those things.
Right.
Because then my wires get crossed and.
Right. No, I understand. That's why
I get electrocuted.
Yeah, I'm confused about what I want to do for the day. I get confused about what I want to fucking do for the day. So there are times when they can coexist together, but majority of the time I have to separate the three. So like DJ, so I honestly don't like sharing me DJing. Because it's the one thing in music that don't feel like work to me.
Right.
Like where it's like an escape. So that is, as a child, like when I would go in my basement and DJ to get away from shit. So I try to keep it that way.
Okay.
And it's like DJing is personal to me. Like I don't go out and do parties anymore. I'm not doing nobody's fucking wedding, like family and friends at this point, because I would like to enjoy your weddings. So I'm not doing that. I don't want to carry speakers no more. I just want to DJ in my house and enjoy it and have fun and probably go live here and there. You know what I'm saying? For my friends. That's it. I don't want to go outside. Music
sounds cool, Cap.
Music is like creating music. Shut the fuck up. Creating music is what I share to the world. And sometimes it feels like work because I'm working with so many other different people. So it'll become kind of workish.
Well, I think that's the nature of art in general in that way. I see that there's more in line now, especially there's more online, I should say, now for people to access. Did y'all watch the versus battle, the Ashanti and what's that other child's name? The one who makes all the I Hate Man music. What's her name?
Keisha
Cole. There you go.
I like to refer to it as bitter bitch music.
That works too. That works too. Because it is. It's fucking I Hate Man music. Everything is fucking. Y'all want to talk about the start of the Me Too movement? It was that shit.
Hey man, the ladies be heard out.
See, you say it's I Hate Man music, and they'll say it's Man Made Me Sad.
Oh, of course, yeah. No.
Man Made Me Sad music.
Well, you know what?
Boys club here.
Make better fucking men, damn it. Make better choices.
That's a fact. Hey, matter of fact, Cap, didn't you say that the other day? Didn't you say something like that the other day? Like, nigga, y'all need to start picking better dudes. Fuck out of here, man, with all this sad music.
That's a podcast for another day.
It really is, but that's shit. Again, you know what? I don't know nothing about females. I've been single for 10 years. I don't know shit. But
in the words of Lil Wayne, repetition is the key to learning.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so, but recently I heard Swiss Beats talk about he wants to try and find a way to do Pac and Big.
I've talked about this with people before. And
I brought it. I don't know if you remember, Cap, but I brought it up on one of our shows. I was talking about doing a post-humanist.
Yeah, posthumous.
Posthumous.
Whatever. All right.
Yo, I just went through that in my house today.
Serious?
That word, yeah. That word is kicking my ass.
Yeah, still. And I seen it online, but I don't believe it. I'm still calling it post-humanist.
We're not bringing this over to the judge, to be frank.
I mean, you know what? What?
My bad, Frank. You know what I'm saying? It's a hybrid. I feel like this is a hybrid.
Yeah, no, listen. I mean, that's gonna happen. It's okay. You know, I understand, and it is perfectly all right.
But I had brought up where I felt as though they should do a Pac and Big versus, and Cap came up with a good idea. He said, yeah, it should be C's representing Big, and it should be like it should be the Outlaws representing Pac. Like, and I thought that would be a great dope idea because C's and the Outlaws is pretty cool. Like, I know he's real cool with what's the young Napoleon?
He's cool with Edie, and Napoleon and shit.
Are any of them still alive?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, only two of the Outlaws are no longer living.
Okay, well that's good.
And that's Tragedy Gaddafi and
not Tragedy Gaddafi. You're getting your Gaddafis mixed up.
There are like 5 of them.
Yeah, it's Gaddafi. Gaddafi and Fatal Hussein.
Oh,
are the two?
Gaddafi and Fatal Hussein.
Yeah, are the two that aren't living anymore. But yeah, I think the Outlaws and Junior Mafia should be there and do the verses for them.
That would be mega dope.
And
the energy is still gonna live on, just like Pac and Big was there. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't. Of course, we're gonna miss them, but you know what? I still would love to see their 2 camps in there representing for their lost ones, bro.
Like, I'd even accept Snoop and Puff.
I was thinking that one too. That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking Snoop, like also Snoop and Puff, but I think it would mean more. It would have more meaning if the Outlaws and Junior Mafia did it together.
And let me tell you why that would mean more, because for one, they're never ever gonna get a chance to do verses. Nobody's gonna want to see the Outlaws and Junior Mafia on verses if it's not for representing.
No, because neither of them have 20 hits that they can
exactly right. And Snoop already has done verses, and we're still waiting to see Puffy either verse Jermaine Dupri, Puffy verse Dre. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it definitely will make more sense to have the Outlaws and Junior Mafia go up there and represent. I mean, it'll be fucking dope. And the merch would sell like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, yo. First of all, I think Versus needs to hire us at this point because
I know
everything we've come up with has been done, and all of the ideas that we have are the fucking best ideas for this platform. Somebody get us to Timbaland and or Swiss Beats.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Yo, if we don't get a job at some label or some company over these podcasts, it's gonna be a problem. Something's wrong. They ain't got their ear to the streets. They don't know what's buzzing out here. It's a Just to Be Frank podcast. You know what I'm saying? The Slang Editorial Show. Don't get hurt out here, man.
Really? I just want to host a game show.
Yo, create the game. We're gonna talk about the game show offline.
All right, because I was gonna say I heard Jeopardy has an opening, so you know.
Cap hates when I throw out ideas on the shows. So just write them down.
Yeah,
just write them down.
Yeah, just write them down. Put it on a sticky note.
Body our shit, man.
I mean, that's copywritten. You know, I said it on this show. Like, fuck that. It's mine.
Right.
You heard it here. God damn it. But I would love to. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody said Dre and Diddy, and I was like, Dre maybe not.
To do Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah, like I'm not.
Never. Dre is not a Dre has not Dre.
Yeah, no. I love Dre, but not for that.
I'll even take his brother Mo Preem doing it. Mo Preem was also in Thug Life. You know what I'm saying? And that's his brother. So I can respect him doing it and then somebody else. You know, but I think the Outlaws and Junior Mafia will bring for great stories. It'll be fun. It'll be festive. You'll see them enjoying the music as a group and as a family, as a staff, like record label and a crew.
This nigga's stupid, son.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
So I think that'll be the best way to go.
I would definitely watch that one.
because Kim could be there as well because she is Junior Mafia.
Yes, indeed. Although, damn, Little Kim. What the fuck happened to Little Kim, man? I didn't have this as planned as a fucking topic, but damn it, I want to know what the fuck happened to Little Kim, man. Like, she used to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, if you've ever watched her Countdown, the Lockdown show on BET, she'll tell you she didn't like the way she looked.
Well, I didn't watch. I don't watch.
There was something wrong with the mirror.
She
probably was looking in one of those mirrors that be at the fun houses.
Nah, man.
Like they make you look funny and shit.
Somebody put that in her brain, man.
Yeah, it was a show she had before she went to jail years ago. It was on BET.
Right.
And she kind of had talked about it, like, yo, like it's certain looks and, you know, it might look a certain way at first, but then when she sees it back on camera, she doesn't think that she's beautiful and shit like that. It's an internal thing.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people that do that to themselves, it's like called body dysmorphia.
Body dysmorphia, yeah.
So maybe that, I'm not saying that that's what she has, but maybe that, you know what I'm saying, is part of it. Like maybe she just doesn't see herself the way that we see her and saw her.
Right. Well, I mean, to be fair, we saw her through the eyes of hormonal teenage boys. So she was perfect. Like,
was she?
As a hormonal teenage grown up, I look back at those pictures and still feel the same way.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Me too. I remember fuckers.
Somebody write that down. I came up with that hormonal teenage grown up.
Hormonal teenage grown up. Write that down.
I need my phrases written down so when we hear them, we know.
We know
where it came from.
I remember motherfuckers used to lie about having a poster that if you turn to the side, you can see her pussy through the fucking shit.
It was in my imagination.
Oh yeah, it was in all our imagination. Shit.
Imagination.
I definitely had that poster.
I didn't have that poster, but I definitely had that poster.
Hey, and guess what? I still have it. Why do you think I wear this hat?
Right here.
So it doesn't escape.
It's right here. It's right here.
Whoa.
Word up, man. I remember fucking like that was another thing that I don't really think they have much anymore. They don't have the Source magazine. There's no Word Up and Right On magazine, none of that no more.
It's at your fingertips now.
Yeah, but it's not the same, man. It ain't not like posting the pinup pictures on your wall, man.
Of course, but now we have direct access to these people, and they out here. These young ladies are out here
on the gram,
showing it to us,
giving you more than you could. You don't even have to imagine anymore. No. All you got to do is go to their Instagram page.
You telling me you'd rather a Little Kim poster on a wall, or
making the Stallion's Instagram page?
You being able to go to Lil Kim's Instagram and look at her busting it wide open for.
I don't want to go to her Instagram page now.
Yeah, I really don't want to go to Instagram now, but I understand the concept of what you're saying.
I'm not talking about the hormonal teenage man that you are. I'm talking about the hormonal teenage boy.
Oh, fuck yeah. No, that's porn. Like, fuck it. I might as well. Like, that's just straight porn. Instagram is porn. Like,
I believe I would have loved to see Lil Kim doing
it. Oh, shit.
In 1997 on Instagram.
What?
Okay.
What? The rollout and the promo for Hardcore?
Oh my God! Just that album cover, that whole album cover. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. To this day, I still wish I was the one who I was the one who shot the fucking shots.
We would have had the behind the scenes of the photo shoot and all of that.
What? Well, they'd have been live doing that shit. Like, look, this is me and my newest an outfit for the photo shoot for the album cover. It's my titty. Like,
Instagram.
Yo, Little Kim. We miss you.
All right, man.
We miss you.
Instagram is a hormonal teenage boy's dream.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
And a hormonal teenage man's dream.
Yep.
We know
facts.
Dream, buddy.
Drop a fax on that, Cap.
Facts. Like, you no longer have to dream. Like, the dream is real.
That's
a fact.
For the most part. Like, for as close as you can get, it's real.
Right. As a youngster, I would have been like, I wonder what it would look like to see Lizzo busting it open. I don't have to wonder. Go right to Lizzo be eating on Instagram.
Tell you something,
and you can see her.
I might be eating.
Hey, baby, you hungry? Hey, me too. Come here. Come here, baby. You with that little hungry look. Hey, baby, you hungry? Look, you got a slice of cake in your hand. Hey, baby, you hungry?
Yo, think about this. Let's say Amber Rose is basically Pamela Anderson for us, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
1993, 94, right? We have Instagram and they have OnlyFans. Pamela Anderson would have definitely had an only. Like, you can go right now, my fucking preteen son right now with his little bank card can literally go to Amber Rose OnlyFans and pay whatever the fee is for the month if he fantasized about her and see.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. As a kid, the women that we used to really fantasize about.
Adina Howard would have an OnlyFans.
Oh,
yo,
Adina Howard would have an OnlyFans.
Yo, could you imagine if Pam Grier, that gay
stop
girl,
it, you don't say that.
OnlyFans?
Filth. Oh, God.
If Pam Grier had an OnlyFans, bro,
how did we get here?
I don't know. This is turning.
I don't know, but I'm okay with the direction. We're gonna keep going.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I need a cigar right now.
We gotta get out of here.
I need a cigar.
I feel like I want a cigarette. I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to quit.
I'm gonna get us out of here right now, fellas. The next topic.
Oh my God. So.
Over there.
And this is why I wanted Ace High up in here too, man, because what's the first Southern track you heard, man? Or first time you heard somebody from the South spit?
With knowing it or without knowing it?
With knowing it.
With knowing it?
Knowingly.
Knowing they were Southern.
Me was the Ghetto Boys.
You didn't know they were Southern?
Yeah, I did. From the videos. I knew it looked nothing like. And remember, my family's from the South, so
I thought they was from the West Coast because there was no look. Remember, there's no Southern at that time, right? You don't know Southern at that time.
Right? I thought the
videos looked like when I used to visit Virginia, way deep down in Virginia when I was a little kid.
I really thought they were from a part of Queens that I had never seen before.
For real?
For me, I want to say it was probably Outkast.
Okay, me too.
And that's just like off the top of my head, trying to remember. Outkast might have been the first group that I knew for sure was Southern, because we didn't know Criss Cross was from Atlanta.
Right.
No, I sure as hell didn't.
When he asked the question, really, Criss Cross was the first thing that came to my mind. But I never knew that they were Southern, so I couldn't even use that as an answer.
Right? But you didn't know when you saw Jump, like
I thought they were from Queens. I didn't think they had buses in the South.
I'm gonna tell you this: Jump is confusing.
Yeah.
Because they're dressed like New Yorkers.
Mm-hmm.
They're dressed like New Yorkers, but they have lowriders in the video.
Right. Yeah, that was very confusing.
I wonder if that was done strategically.
It might definitely
cross the markets.
Maybe.
And that's genius.
Yeah, well, Jermaine Dupri.
I know Jermaine Dupri says like he wanted to make them like a young, newer Run DMC type of group.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You know,
I can see it,
dude.
We don't talk about Criss Cross enough.
They don't.
Listen. You know we got plans.
Yeah, we got plans on that.
We'll talk about it off camera. So I ain't gonna lie. The first time I heard that I knowingly know was somebody from the South spitting. Because again, I thought the Ghetto Boys from a part of Queens. They was from like the west part of Queens. I didn't. I thought the motherfuckers were like Maspeth or some shit. Like that was the part. I thought they was from there. It was Andre 3000 because he was the only guest appearance on Crazy Sexy Cool. He's the only person. He's the only guest appearance, but he spits on the song "Something Wicked This Way Comes."
Okay.
And I just from listening to his voice and just hearing how he was talking. I just knew, and I knew they were from Atlanta, so I just knew that was some Southern shit. But 3 Stacks killed that motherfucking verse.
And even TLC, right? You really couldn't tell until you seen them on like Teen Summit or some shit. And they was like, "We're from Atlanta."
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know where the hell TLC was from.
I knew they weren't from New York, but I thought Cali.
Like that, you knew. We automatically only knew New York and California,
right?
That's a fact.
That's it.
Know these other places. And we knew Luke was from Miami.
We knew Florida. That's right. But I didn't.
None of that shit was going on in New York.
No, not at all. Right. But I also wasn't cognizant at that time, as being a kid, that Florida was the South. You know what I'm saying? Florida was just Florida was the place where Disneyland was. So I don't, then I knew I was never going to go there because I could never afford it. So,
Kissimmee, say cloud.
You know what I'm saying? Like fucking Epcot Center looking like a big ass globe of fucking some Godzilla gonna smash.
Am I the only one that hated that Captain EO was only showed in Epcot Center and I knew I would never go to see it?
What? Captain EO? What is that?
That was a Michael Jackson movie specifically made for Disney and Epcot Center.
Yep.
The only way you could see it, it's on like YouTube and shit now, but the only way you could see it was if you went to Disney and went to Epcot Center and saw it. And I used to be pissed because I'm like one of the hugest Michael Jackson fans, especially as a kid.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me shit about Michael Jackson. It'd be a fight in the crib.
That's a fact. Yo, what was the name of the movie that Mike did?
Moonwalker.
It was called Moonwalker?
It was Moonwalker.
Okay.
It's all you can see that shit on Amazon Prime right now and all that shit.
I think I had that shit on VHS. I used to love that shit, man.
Just be turned into the fucking robot for some reason.
Yeah.
I'll never understand. but beyond that, it was the fucking it was the music video before
the videos.
That. It was the music video before that was just so dope. Him and the rabbit.
I know that whole fucking tape.
Was he like the first one to do that? Like kind of like a movie with the videos in it?
Kind of. I was the first. I know that shit like the back of my hand.
Yeah, I used to. I have vague.
Like I'm talking all the dialogue, all of that. I watched that shit every day.
Yeah, I used to.
Every day, 2-3 times a day. Nigga, I was Michael Jackson. I was, who's the little boy that was in the shit, that do all the dancing and shit?
Yeah, with the Jerry
Romeo, fucking Merlin Santana, rest in peace.
Yes.
It's not Merlin Santana.
Not?
He looked like him.
He looked like him.
No, he don't. It's a whole different kid.
He do kind of look like him.
No, he didn't look like him.
No, he's right. But I ain't gonna lie. To me, he looked like a young version of that kid.
Shannon knows his name, too. What the fuck?
Oh, shit.
What the fuck? Hold on. You give me 2 seconds. I'm going to get his fucking name.
You supposed to know it, nigga.
Right now. You watch it every day.
Exactly. I know this. I watch it 3 times a day. I know about it. I know it like I know the back of my hand.
Yeah,
hold on. Let me go ask my wife about that.
Brandon Harris.
Brandon Harris.
Okay. Is he still alive?
Harris.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Okay. I know Merlin Santana got killed. Yes. And what's funny?
Merlin Santana was on the Cosby Show and he was Stanley.
Yep.
And I want to be Stanley, son. Stanley was so cool.
Yeah, but he wasn't Bud.
Like we wanted to be Stanley, son.
Right.
Think about this is why I get mad at fake ass thug niggas. Cause they act like they never wanted to be some of these specific people on TV. Y'all act like y'all never wore y'all pants backwards. Y'all act like y'all never wanted to be another Bad Creation. You act like you wanted to be New Edition. You act like you didn't want to be Stanley from the Cosby Show.
And don't act like you ain't want to be Stephon Urkel. I damn sure want to be
Stephon. Fuck Stephon Urkel. I wanted to be friends with Steve Urkel. I wanted to be fucking friends with Steve fucking Urkel. Because I told that nigga, pull your fucking pants down, loose them shits up. We're going to go get you some... Nigga, you got Myra. That's the baddest bitch on this whole fucking show.
Yo, you know Eddie Winslow was banging Myra out, right?
No.
Yes, he
Michelle
was.
Thomas?
No, he was not. Myra was married to Theo from the Cosby Show.
Yep.
That's who I meant. My bad.
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Who did I say?
You said Eddie Winslow.
Yeah, my bad. I meant fucking Malcolm Jamal Warner. That's what I
Malcolm
meant.
Jamal Warner, but
Same goddamn person.
She died of stomach cancer.
First of all, we're not doing that because Eddie Winslow and Theo were two totally different people, and Theo was way cooler than fucking Eddie Winslow, bro.
All day, any day.
In writing wise, they was the same character, damn near.
No.
Sitcom wise, they was damn near the same fucking character.
Because Theo went to college and was doing some shit. You know, this nigga worked at Mighty Weenie.
Theo was way cooler, son. Theo was a way cooler dude than fucking Eddie Winslow, bro.
All day. But I ain't gonna lie, to me, Dwayne Wayne was fucking cooler than both them motherfuckers.
Of course.
Dwayne Wayne?
Dwayne Wayne. You know what I'm saying? With the flip up glasses, nigga, with the flip ups.
My dude.
With the flip ups. You know what I mean? With the flip ups. Because now I ain't gonna lie, he was a G. Because he came out the football game, see Ron getting beat up, and ran up and started hooking off. Like, fuck that. Nah, that's my homie. I ain't gonna do that.
Yo, you know what's so funny about what we talking about right now? I had pitched an idea that we were supposed to do on the Slang Editorial Show. Cap, you remember where I was like, yo, we need to do a show where we talk about how our 90s sitcoms really was a part of our hip hop culture.
Yeah, hold on to it.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of in it now, but yeah, we'll hold on to it. We're gonna get Frank to come in on that.
This is something that can be espoused upon, but it definitely was like because those shows were so hip hop influenced.
Absolutely.
Even though, and you know, like even if you remember the last few seasons of the Cosby Show, they had the fucking more the hip hop theme song towards the end type shit and everything. You know what I'm saying?
And the kids that Theo was teaching, right? Stanley and all these other kids. Yo, the dark skinned girl with the baby hairs and the ponytail.
Charmaine.
Yep.
Charmaine, she was in class with she was in that class that Theo was teaching.
Right. And then she went to a different world. She went to Hill. She wound up going to Hillman.
Right.
No. You mixing Charmaine up with Charmaine was remember Maxine from Living Single.
Right.
On the Charmaine was her friend.
Right.
Charmaine was her friend. I'm talking about the class that Theo was teaching. Theo was teaching the younger kids that was around his sister's age.
That's right. He was like a tutor, I remember that. Damn.
He worked at the
community
bad
center.
school.
Right. It was a brown skin chick with baby hairs and a ponytail in that class. And I had the stupid crush on her, son. And you know I said stupid because I had to bring it back to back. And those
back to back. Damn, man. Yo, you know what's funny? How many people got they start on them shows?
A lot.
Too many, man.
A lot of people, man.
That's fucking crazy, man. And it boggled my mind. I remember reading something and it fucked me up when I realized it was true. Living Single damn sure came before Friends, yo.
Yeah.
It really did, man. It really, really did. I remember watching Living Single like, oh shit, it's Tootie from fucking Facts of Life. Yeah, I want to watch this.
And we not talk about Living Single because my wife watches that shit every day. And
still? Word?
No, I wake up to Living Single and I fucking hate Living Single now.
I believe you.
I hate, like, I know the words to the episodes now.
Yo, this is a question I asked my wife the other day because we got this new channel that we seen. I think it's called Fave TV. Whose shows was better, Martin or the Jamie Foxx show?
Martin.
Yo, Martin's better. Martin is a better show. Jamie Foxx is way more hilarious though.
Yo, the Jamie Foxx show is fucking awesome.
You know what's funny?
Lie, son.
It was, but and I'm gonna give Channel 11 at least the credit for this because they had a lot, like their first few seasons of being the WB,
right,
anchored by a lot of African American people, man. fucking the Wayans brothers,
I'm
and
still mad the
fucking
Wayans brothers didn't get a season finale.
huh?
I'm still mad the Wayans brothers didn't get a season finale.
Word.
They never got a series finale, huh?
Nope. That shit was just off.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was just off.
And that was a great show too.
Which is another show that's funnier than Martin. Not better than Martin, but
It's funnier. Yeah.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of Martin stuff got so repetitive.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When it first came out, it was so hilarious to hear him cracking on Pam and shit. After a while, it was like, okay, we already know what the setup is gonna be. I could tell you how the show is gonna go.
Right. But once Tisha Campbell left the show,
oh yeah, then it definitely went down. But yeah, there's some other shows that we had in our Black culture that was just as funny or even funnier.
Yeah.
Serious.
Jamie Foxx show is hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious, bro. Like that's one joint. Like I could still sit back and because you know what. Like I forgot about a lot of some of those episodes. You know what I'm saying?
The Busta Rhymes episode and the West Side Connection episode are like the funniest shit. Yo, when he comes in dressed up like Busta, my nigga. Who was that? And Jodeci was there? Was it Jodeci in the
yeah, he had, no, I think it was just Casey and JoJo.
Yeah. Son, that shit is
I remember that shit.
Son, Jamie Foxx is unmatched, my nigga. I don't care.
He is.
Jamie Foxx and Marlon Wayans are two people I'd love to see on screen together.
Right.
Because
Jamie Foxx is one of the greatest entertainers of our freaking era.
Point blank, no question. And you know what? Even in Living Color, that was definitely hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like that was definitely hip hop influenced.
It was 100% hip hop influenced. 100%.
Absolutely.
Keenan knew what he was doing.
Absolutely. And that's why, like,
having a DJ, having the fly girls, like having a performer at the end of every episode.
Yeah.
There's a hip hop act.
Yes. Hip hop opened up so much shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. I remember you'd go on I remember watching Soul Train and everybody is lip syncing except rappers.
That's not true. There's some rappers there's a lot of rappers. There's certain rappers that said they weren't going to, and what's the name would let it fly, but a large majority lip sync. Because I remember Eric B and Rakim lip singing What's on Your Mind. And
I heard about that. That was actually a big thing.
Yeah,
people talking about that they lip sing and shit.
But there's episodes where Queen Latifah doesn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it depends. Like it would always depend. Certain people would be able to not, but when everybody pretty much had to. That was just the way the show was. And that was because they didn't want nobody to go over their time or improvise and do some extra outlandish shit.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the picture of Jamie Foxx's Busta Rhymes right now. This shit looks so hilarious, my nigga. He's the Buster with the extra crazy locks. And Braxton over here with these space goggles. Yeah, with the suit and the space.
Yo, niggas don't talk about how funny Braxton's character was.
Yo.
Braxton was hilarious,
and to be fair, I can't think of the actor who plays him, but that motherfucker does not get the respect he deserves for how funny he actually is.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, did it throw you for a loop when you saw him in Original Gangsters?
Very much. Yes. Very much. But anytime I see him and he's not fucking Braxton, that shit fucks me up. Yeah. It really, anytime I see him.
It does.
Anytime, yo. Mm-hmm. But it's funny, man. But because a lot of these actors, and it's weird how we got here, but a lot of these actors are so synonymous with certain characters. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did LL Cool J actually scare y'all when he played God?
Scare me? No.
Like not like literally fear him, but like, damn, nigga, you really a little dark there, guy.
Well, it was different for me because L actually took us to the movies to go see it. It was about 30 of us, and he took us to the movies. and we got there early so he could sit right in the actual middle of the movie theater.
Right.
Everything that he does is strategic, which is crazy. He literally made sure that he was right in the movie in the middle of the movie theater. And he would laugh at all his parts very, very loudly. To try to, so people could be like, yo, is that hell? Is that so as we watching the movie and we like, yo, this is a good movie, we looking over at him and we thinking, yo, shut the fuck up, yo. We're enjoying this shit. This isn't deepest bluest. My head is like a shark's fin. Shut the fuck up. We really like this. Be quiet. Every time you have a part, you're laughing out loud. We want to hear the movie, Todd.
Oh no, we are not going to disrespect LL Cool J's decades-long streak of surviving horror movies. We're not going to go shit on that. He's the only one we got.
No, didn't he die in Deepest Bluest?
Nope.
He lived.
Samuel Jackson got eaten by the shark. The shark.
Oh, you know what? He probably had.
For some reason, shark could turn on the oven, but he could not kill his ass.
Yo, L probably has that in the contract. Yo, I'm not dying, B.
I believe that.
Yo, B, I ain't dying, B.
Sam died and L lived. That was big for hip hop.
Word. But yeah.
Sam Jackson also died as a crackhead in Jungle Fever.
Well, there's that. Sam Jackson has died a lot of weird ways. Samuel Jackson is definitely hip hop. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
He ain't more hip hop than my nigga Morgan Freeman.
Probably not, but not after Morgan.
Not after that 21 Savage.
21 Savage joint, that gives him uber cachet in hip hop. Uber cachet.
Facts. Who would you pass the blunt to first, Morgan Freeman or Samuel L. Jackson?
I'm passing it to Samuel L. Jackson first, man. That's just out of respect.
Nah, I'm passing it to Morgan. Yeah, I want to hear him with the guard talk. Pass that stuff, young brother.
I would like to know if you would like to pass that stuff over.
Yes, exactly.
He took a deep pause before he decided to pass it to me or Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, you know what'll be a good skit, Cat? Seeing the two niggas argue on why one didn't get it passed to the first.
No,
Samuel, motherfucker, it should have been passed to me.
I would have passed it to you if I had the time, but it was
well, motherfucker, make the time.
I don't have it.
Or you can burn in hell.
God, and I will not burn in hell.
This motherfucker here.
Oh man.
That's hilarious.
That's
a world, Cap. That's a world right there. That's a step into my world.
Oh shit, write it down.
Fucking Samuel L. Jackson and Morgan Freeman as roommates.
Yo, as the odd couple, please give me that.
Yes.
Please give me Morgan Freeman and Samuel L. Jackson as the fucking odd couple.
Oh my God. I didn't think I'd want that, but I want that so much.
Yes. Yes. Yo, my nigga, that shit sounds hilarious right now, son. What did we just do? Did we just create that?
But the only way it works, but the only way it's going to work, Samuel L. Jackson has to be the straight man and Morgan Freeman has to be the asshole.
Yeah.
That's the only way it'll work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. I can see that way too well right now. Like, how did they not do that?
Sometimes you just don't get to work with somebody sometimes.
I just want to apologize to you, Frank, man. I know you had an itinerary. You wanted to talk about hip hop. We are so not there right now.
You know what? We still in the realm of hip hop. I'm good. Like, it don't matter. This is a celebration. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I just needed an episode to film and this worked.
Yo, you want to know some ill shit that I noticed living out of state? People don't know what video music box is. Yeah. And
they wasn't getting it out in Atlanta?
When I reference video music box, they automatically think of the box. The Jukebox Network.
Oh my God, that's right.
Box is on New York City public access television.
Yep.
Right.
It doesn't go outside of pretty much the tri-state area.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, I could, because that's a very regional thing, and that was on the public access. It still is on public
I was
access.
gonna say, is it still on?
yeah,
Yeah, it's still on.
Okay.
I was actually on an episode about a year or two ago.
and it's so dope. Like, it's dope and it's disturbing. That people are missing. People really missed out on a really big hip hop footage.
Yeah.
Because we got to see into the nightclubs.
Yep.
We got to see music videos majority of the time first, like before they hit Rap City and MTV Raps and stuff like that.
And
we grew up with this culture. We grew up with this culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that and that's why us as New Yorkers, we have such a like a controlling like attachment.
Yeah.
We really have this controlling attachment to the hip hop. Like I tell people, it's like it's our child. Like it was birthed here. Like
it's ours.
Yeah, it's literally ours. And the world just got it's like your daughter.
Yeah.
And
quick side note,
you don't want to see anybody screwing your daughter over.
Right.
Quick side note, has nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but it is hip hop. So my wife and her friend a few years ago, not a few years ago, before I met her, but she still had it on her phone, and it's fucking hilarious. They see the nigga Common on the streets, and they videotaping it on the little Motorola flip phone. And her friend is like, yo, Grand Poobah. Yo, Grand Poobah. Yo, my nigga, you should have seen his face. The nigga was like this. I'm not Grand Poobah. That nigga was so mad.
Mistaking Common for Grand Poobah.
That's just sad.
Wow.
Very sad.
That's very sad.
Very sad. Yo, I would love to hear all the mistaken identities of hip hop.
Oh shit. Oh, I can imagine Big Daddy King getting mistaken for like 40 different people.
Yo, Rakim. Yo, I'm not Rakim.
I'm not Rakim.
My favorite is it's a video of Travis Scott going in somewhere and they're like, ASAP Rocky. Stop, not fucking ASAP Rocky, yo.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Like, that is great to me. Like, I love seeing shit like that because I love seeing the reaction. Like, are you gonna react and laugh it off and be like, that's not me, bro, but you know what I'm saying, good looking, or you gonna be like, nigga, that ain't me. What the fuck? Like, you should know. Yeah. Like, it becomes, yo, that's hilarious, or is, you know who the fuck I am, yo. Like,
right. And
in moments like that, you get to see who a person is.
Right.
Yeah.
At that point in time and shit.
Right.
Yo, Klay Thompson from the Golden State Warriors, he's getting out of his car, and there's some news broadcasters there, and they're asking him something that's going on in the city. Just in the Bay Area, right? And they're like, what do you think about what's going on with the mayor doing this or whatever? And he's talking to them. Well, you know, I really don't like this. And blah, blah, and it's going on. They're having a real good conversation. And the, and the newscaster's like, all right, so can I get your name? He's like, Klay Thompson. and the broadcaster, oh gosh, you're Klay Thompson. He's like, yeah, man. I thought you kind of knew. I thought that's why you was asking me. No, he was just looking for random people in the Bay Area. I mean, and he so happened to bump across Klay Thompson and didn't know until he said his name.
You gotta appreciate that Klay Thompson, you know, really cares about the civic structure of his community that he played in.
No, he really had great answers. He had answers like, no, I know what's going on, and this is how I feel about it, and the people are, you know, are being, you know, misused and such and such. He had a real good answer. And he was like, oh my gosh, this is great. Can I get your name?
Can I get your name? Is hilarious.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm very guilty of that. I don't remember everybody's name. I'm terrible at names. I'll never forget a face in my life.
I am too.
but I will not remember your name. I'll be like, yo, spell that shit for me. I'm like, yo, when you text me, make sure you spell it.
I'm bad with that shit. I'm bad with names. I'll be like, yeah, what? Yeah, put your number in my phone, man.
Yeah. Like,
just to let y'all know, speaking about Michael Jackson earlier, on this day in 1984 is the day that he had that Pepsi commercial
that says hair on fire.
Yep.
Oh, my hair.
Yo, I'm so mad you did a reenactment, my nigga. Yo, your reenactment was crazy. Oh, my hair.
Yo, the Jackson's American Dream, another show I know like the back of my head.
Oh my God. Yo, son, I was glued to the TV.
Yo, I swear.
Because it was a 2-day special.
It was like
a 2-day special. I was glued to the TV.
Yo, we taped it. So I rewound that shit back. Like me and my Aunt Sharon, we're horrible people. Like we see roadkill on the street and send each other pictures of it. Because ever since I was a kid.
What?
Ever since I was a kid, I always had a fascination with roadkill. Like, how did it happen? Why is it still here? Shit like that. So we get a kick out of wild like accidents and shit like that. So when that scene came up, we were fucking dying. Like we kept rewinding the shit back. Just to
That's fucked up.
It rolls down the steps and shit.
Yo, he rolled down those steps like you dropping a burrito, my nigga. That shit's fucking hilarious.
Yo, you got to think about it. That was the worst thing that ever happened in his life.
Yo.
At that point, sure.
Yeah. At that point.
Yeah.
Nigga, fuck my nose, my hair.
On fire.
On fire. And you already know he had mad chemicals in that shit. So that shit was whoosh.
How ill was my dude, though? How ill was my dude being rolled out, whole face wrapped up on the ambulance like this with the glove?
Still waving the glove.
With the glove.
I remember the new.
Do you understand how much of an entertainer you have to be? Don't take none of this shit off me. You roll me out in this glitter fucking jacket with this glitter glove and watch me fucking work.
Because they still have to see me as me. They still got, in some way, they still got to see Mike.
Right.
That's his thought. They got to see Mike. If you take the glove off, you take my jacket off, they're going to see me as a regular individual.
If he is not the greatest entertainer, nigga, he was in character. Anytime you see him in public, anytime you saw him, you saw whatever Michael Jackson you were getting at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like the inner person that he is in his house, we don't know that. We don't know that person.
Right.
Like we'll hear stories now like, yo, Michael Jackson was like a regular nigga on the street. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a video of him sitting in the back of a car in a limo and some girl opened the shirt, put it on the glass. He was like, oh, look at the titties. But you don't know, yo, you don't know, like you would have, like if he was still living, you would have never saw that video. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He always told you he was a virgin, right? Until he had children. He didn't tell you whether he was gay or straight.
He was very androgynous about that.
Up until the Oprah interview where she kind of like questioned his blackness in front of him and shit, right? He never spoke on race or none of that shit.
He did it through his music to me.
He did.
But he never he didn't have a What's Going On or a you know what I'm saying? He didn't have one of those albums. You know what I'm saying?
Bad Man in the Mirror.
But that was after Man in the
They
Mirror.
would never care about us.
That was after the cases.
Oh.
And people questioning his blackness.
No, Man in the Mirror was mid-'80s. Bad album is mid-'80s. Wasn't no cases then.
Man in the Mirror is not about his blackness and
but it's just about, but he was talking about poverty and all that type shit.
He's talking about making a change within himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's that. No, you never heard him speak like publicly on these things. He always kept it a specific way so that he's not offending anyone.
Right. Oh, that's true.
He's not alienating anyone.
How much of that you think was actually him and maybe more of the labels?
I think that's all of him. I think
probably him.
He's been media trained since he's 9 years old.
Right.
By the best too.
Right. So he's learned. Remember, Barry Gordy, when teaching everybody, the school, I don't know if y'all saw the Hitsville documentary on Showtime, but he was teaching.
I did a while ago.
Yo, keep that hood shit in the fucking hood. When you get out here in front of these cameras and you're in front of the world, you have to be a good representation of who you are in front of everybody, so everyone can relate to you, so everyone can come to you, because we want everybody to get into this. We don't want to alienate nobody. A lot of the artists had an issue with that. Why the fuck we got to put on a show for these white motherfuckers? Why we got to front?
Because that's how you get paid, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You going out there to be an entertainer and put on a show. So since he's 9 years old, he knows this. That's why he's being rolled out in his you know, they ain't keeping that. Your hair was on fire. They ain't keeping that glitter jacket.
He said no.
Glove on you? No, keep my fucking glove on. Watch this. He's being fucking rolled out on a gurney and he's the fucking president.
Yeah.
That nigga's ill, son. Beyonce could never. Don't tell me Beyonce or Chris Brown or any of these niggas is a better entertainer than Michael Jackson, because that motherfucker was Michael Jackson, the superstar at all times.
Holy shit, I'm going to go viral because the Beehive's going to attack me. God damn it.
Matter of fact, yo, Frank, you need to use that. That's a clip right there. Make sure you use that as a clip.
I'm speaking of facts. You think Beyonce is getting rolled out on the gurney sporting the Ivy Park fucking logo? No, she's getting rolled out on the gurney. She's sick.
Nah, I don't know. I think Bae might pull something off.
She ain't pulling that off. She's not doing that.
She might do something. I think she might pull something off, bro.
She ain't doing that.
She'll do some shit like have Blue Ivy pushing her out.
You why she's not doing that? Because this world that we live in now is about keeping it real.
Yeah.
This world that we in now is about keeping it real. They're not about keeping up the character of you and having that separate from the person that you are. You have to be who you are at home now in public, because people aren't going to fuck with you if you're something different.
Right.
Mm,
you might as well be just 100 all the way
through. But then I think there's some people who are superstars that just have to live up to that superstar's stratosphere.
Not people, but people still
like a Beyonce.
But people can still see through it. You have to have something. You have to have some of that other shit of your natural everyday life in this day and age, because people want to see that every day.
Right. Because people are nosy as fuck.
Right.
and
just the tabloids that we get to see your business.
Right. It's not this, like, there's still TMZ and there's still the Sun and the In Touch Weekly and all them tabloid magazines, but to take the power away from those tabloids that are just going to write these fucked up stories about you anyway, I'm live. Like, you can see me live. What are you going to do? Like,
these days, people want to know that you're. It's cool to be yourself now. It's cool to be a natural, regular person now. That's why you see so many superstars putting a business out in the street now.
Right.
It doesn't just stay behind closed doors. They fake it with that. Please respect me and my family's time right now. And
meanwhile, you release this to your publicist.
Right. Please respect our family and our wishes. Nah, you were just over here with your whole everything out. You were just over here with all your business in the street. You were just live airing out another motherfucker. Like, that's cool now. So just being a real superstar, like the superstars we had in the 80s and 90s, where all you see is what I give you. And everything else in my we get surprised at people's personal lives back then.
Yeah. Well, because a lot of people's personal life entailed a lot of cocaine.
No, never. Not them. Can't believe nobody believed Whitney Houston did drugs.
You know what? You couldn't have told me that back in the days.
Until she got with Bobby.
No.
She got with Bobby, I was like, maybe she does.
Right, but apparently she was the one who influenced him.
Nobody believed she was on drugs until she was at whatever award show it was. She was extremely skinny, and she was calling him the king of R&B, and she was on stage just
bugging the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't the person that you saw growing up.
Right.
She was in her moment, being her absolute self.
Right.
And then that's when everybody was like, oh, she on that shit.
and then after they did the show, and she, Bobby, and she was like very cokish. We like, oh shit, she really is a cokehead.
Yeah.
When she was being Whitney from New Jersey, when she was Whitney from the Bricks, that's when people started to believe that she was on drugs. Other than that, Whitney,
never.
Whitney Houston, not the one that believes the children is the future.
You know what I'm saying? Not Prince, not fucking, not you know, any.
Oh, would have believed Prince was on some drugs, and we'd have heard that.
I mean, I didn't listen. I knew he did something, but I thought he smoked a gang of pot. That's personally what I.
Assless chaps on MTV. We swore he was fucking with something.
Again, I figured he was doing shrooms and shit. Like, what the fuck did I know? You know?
But Prince was open and honest about who the fuck he was. It wasn't
right.
Who he wasn't outside of him hiding philanthropy shit.
Right. He was an open book.
Right.
But he was also very
mysterious,
reclusive to a degree too.
Because he wouldn't interview.
Right.
He wouldn't give you he gave you what he gave you. But he gave you him.
Right.
He gave you him, but he gave it to you when he wanted to give it to you and not when you wanted it.
I think that he knew, looking back at Prince, I think he knew that it was important for him to keep a part of himself to himself and not give the industry at all.
Yeah, and that's what's wrong with the industry now.
Yeah, because now they're giving you everything. Like you just said, that people are showing you what it's like in their house. You know what I'm saying? People got fucking podcasts with their wife. You know what I'm saying? Their husbands. They got TV shows about their whole family. There's nothing that you don't know about a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
And I ain't gonna.
There's no mystery, and that's
right.
That's where we're that's what we're missing. That's why people like Kendrick and the Weeknd. Yeah, the Weeknd, there's Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know.
J. Cole.
Yeah.
They don't play social media like that. They don't give you every bit of themselves. They save it for the record.
Strategic interviews. It's a specific person I'm going to interview with. This specific shit I'm going to talk. Even Kanye, to a certain extent, he picks who he's going to interview with.
Kanye
he has to see the final edit of the interview. He's choosing what he wants you to see.
Well, Kanye does that, but you know what? That Joe Rogan interview, that's the one joint he definitely could not control.
I didn't watch it. I got to though.
I promise you, there's no way he could control the narration of that outcome of that video.
But I believe that he did it knowing he couldn't control that interview.
Yeah.
And knowing that he was going into that interview he was going to have a certain conversation going into that interview. He's not gonna just do it for the sake of doing it and going in blind.
True. But what I liked about that interview was that was the first time I really got a chance to really just sit down and listen to Kanye West talk. You know what I'm saying? I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the first time I really got a chance to actually hear him speak and really flesh out a thought.
Have you saw the Charlemagne interview?
In the Wisconsin,
in Wyoming or wherever.
Wyoming, so Wisconsin.
Yeah. No,
that was a good interview.
That was.
That interview but that interview came out, and then like 5 hours later, the TMZ shit happened.
Oh,
5 hours later?
Yeah, it was only a few hours later. It was like the same day.
Right.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So
I thought TMZ do that. Okay.
But now but after listening to his explanation of what he meant, you know, on the Joe Rogan podcast,
Yeah.
I understand what he said. I still don't agree with it fully, but I understand what he's saying.
But he explained it multiple times after that, and just nobody. Yo, when you say something crazy, nobody wants to listen.
What did he say on the Joe Rogan show? That was
he explained the.
What did he say?
He explained the slavery is a choice situation on Joe.
Oh, he went back to that.
Right.
Joe Rogan asked him about it, but he explained it multiple times afterwards. It's just when everybody hates you, quote unquote.
They don't
hear what you got to say.
They don't give you the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. They never will.
They don't want to hear what you got to say. You have to. Most people, when they're in some kind of scandal or whatever, they disappear for a couple of months. And then they come back
and let it blow over
about that shit because 8 other people in between that couple of months, you know what I'm saying, they're fucked up.
Kanye's compulsive. If he got something that he believes in him, like if you bring it up or if you touch it, if you pick that little thing, he's gonna go in and try to explain himself over and over again.
Yeah, of course. He doesn't have the let me sit back.
Right.
No, because his brain is functioning differently than everybody else's. Like, and I think if Kanye West took psychedelics, he'd be really scary. Word up. Because I think
I don't think he'd make it. He wouldn't make it back.
I think he would. Because I think the psychedelics would channel the fucking crazy. And again, he's not crazy. I'm just using that as the easiest way to explain it. But it would help channel that shit into a better channel of.
I don't know. You got to remember, he has mental health issues.
I don't think he really does have mental health issues. I think doctors like to diagnose people with fucking mental health issues to push pills on them. I don't necessarily think he has mental health issues. Is he depressed? Probably. Does he?
You don't think depression is a mental health issue?
I don't know if I'd classify it as a mental health issue. I get depressed, but I don't think I have a mental health issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't suffer, but I also don't suffer from clinical depression. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was about to
Cap,
say.
we can't hear you. I didn't hear what you said, Cap.
I was about to say I'm not gonna call it depression if it's not
clinical depression. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have
medication.
And I'll have a future episode about that. A friend of mine, she wanted to talk about it, but she doesn't want to do it on camera. So I'm gonna sort of like interview her and then kind of talk about it, because that is something that's interesting to me, because I used to be very ignorant about that type of shit. I used to think depression was just a white people disease or some shit like that. I used to think like, black people don't get depression. I'm stupid. You see, you know what I'm saying? I was stupid, but that's how I used to think. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't realize depression was a thing until I got depressed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And didn't realize that me eating 14 times a day and smoking a pound of fucking weed every week was depression. You know what I'm saying? Me pushing my girl away and being mad all the time and angry and or just happy and just eating my feelings all the time. That was depression. You know what I'm saying? I had to fucking really take a step back and look at that shit. Hence, I moved to the mountains. And now I live in nature.
Yeah, it comes in a lot of different forms.
It does, man. But I was, but I'm glad I was able to have some people around me at the time that were able to help. And, music in general helps always, man. Hip hop has been my go-to, my crutch, my fucking my vanguard for the longest time. When I didn't know how to express a thought or a feeling, I could play some fucking Onyx or some fucking Lost Boys or something. Yeah, man, because I was very mad as a kid, man. I was getting beat up a lot in my house, so I was angry all the time.
It's so funny, bro, because I'm sitting here and for some reason, Onyx came to my head. And for like the last 5 minutes, I've been thinking about a real good Onyx question to bring up.
What is it?
No, I've been trying to think of one.
Oh.
And you just brought up Onyx. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Yo. The universe, we're working together, because I've been trying to think of an Onyx question.
Onyx is one of my favorite groups of all time.
Right. One of the questions was like, yo, like that rowdy group that you know what I'm saying? Who else was like them?
MOP.
And MOP, right?
OP.
Mm,
Some would say
correct.
Mobb Deep,
Nah.
but not in the same way.
Nah, it's a total different thing.
Oh,
I could definitely MOP. I could definitely vibe with on that one. Mash Out Posse. I could definitely agree with you on that.
Oh, man. Some would say OGC, but even them.
Nah, they a little laid back. I would more say Wu-Tang is in that vein.
Wu-Tang could be in there. Mm-hmm.
If you listen to that first Wu-Tang album, there's a lot of they're like the voices are loud and not screaming in the MOP and Onyx type of voice, but it's a very aggressive fucking tone coming out on those songs.
It's very raw, very visceral.
And then you know you look at Meth and you look at ODB. There's a lot of rawness and animation in there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it might not be screaming, but it's you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of feeling and animation in there too.
Yeah. Yo, but I love that shit. But Onyx, and you was right, throw your guns in there. It's some ignorant fucking shit.
I remember my aunt was taking me buy me a Christmas gift, and she asked me what I want, and we was in the mall, and I seen a back the fuck up hockey jersey, and I was like, I want that. She was like, boy, your mother would kill me.
If you don't get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't back the fuck up with this.
I remember I came to 72. I came to school one day with my brother's shirt on. It was the Don't Ask Me for Shit shirt. Yo, Mr. Leeson pulled me out of class and made me take that shit off, yo.
My uncle used to sell them shirts.
What?
Yeah, the Don't Ask Me for Shit shirts. He used to sell them shits. Yep.
Fuck the world, don't ask me for shit.
Yeah,
oh,
hip-hop.
man. Hip-hop,
man.
Fucking
yo, Frank, you know we gonna have to do a part 3 because this episode we hardly talked about.
No, it's all right, man. Listen, I can talk hip hop all the fucking time.
We went everywhere. We went to 90s sitcoms to mental health issues.
Hey, listen. If those things aren't a part of hip hop, I don't know what is. All right,
you right about that, bro. You right about that, man.
There are a lot of people in hip hop who had some mental health issues.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Hip hop probably gave some people some mental health issues.
And hip hop probably saved some people from some mental health issues.
Hey, yeah. I mean, you give a little, you take a little.
You know what I'm saying? You know
what I mean?
But I think that's the power of the art form itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it has the ability and the capacity for destruction, but it also has the great capacity for healing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's times when you like when you heard that first record with Nas and Jay-Z after all the beefing and shit. It wasn't a great record, but it was a great record. You know what I'm saying? Just to hear the two of them on a track together.
You talking about Black Republicans?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that track.
I do too, but it wasn't I don't think it was their best effort. You know what I'm saying? But I really enjoyed the track. You know what I'm saying? Because it made me see like, yo, even through all the animosity, they could still come together and do some shit.
Kat, what was that little childlike smirk that you have right now? What do you think about? What did you want to say?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
I know there's something I had to ask. I'm like, what is going on in this nigga's mouth right now? This nigga shaking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he about to do?
I'm trying to hold it so bad.
Oh shit!
I'm good, but I'm like, yo. All right.
Those libations, I tell you, that's how they get you. But nah, man, we gonna wrap this one, man. We good. I just, like I said, man, hip hop is the one art form aside from stand up comedy, I think, that allows for the ultimate telling of truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that maybe, and I guess maybe everybody's music speaks to them in the same way, but I don't think anything has been able to cross this world globally and reach every corner of the globe in the way that hip hop has.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers in Thailand want to be hit rappers, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like people in fucking Fiji and fucking in Guam and fucking, you know, the fucking Micronesia and shit. Them motherfuckers want to be rappers too. Like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Man, I was just thinking about there's two things I was thinking about. So I think we need to do this crossover episode once a month with the Just to Be Frank show and the Slang Editorial Podcast show. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. But two, I was thinking about how, you know, they call the Bible the living word, right? Hip hop to me is also the living word. You can hear a song, you know, when you're fucking 13, you know, you can hear it back when you're 20, give you a different message, a different feel. Hear it back when you're 35 and get something totally different out of it or whatever. It could be the same words, but the living word, because it's living, it's poetry in motion. It's poetry in rhythm. It changes and it evolves as long as you're evolving too. You know what I'm saying? You're not the same 13-year-old, even though it made sense to you at that time. When you turned 20, it was different. You turn 35, it's even more different. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that you know, our conversation just made me think about is hip hop being a living word.
Yes, indeed.
Cap, your turn.
I go to bed.
And on that note, we'll wrap it up. For DJ Coach Cap, Dope Boy Sumz. Again, you can catch them on the Slang Editorial Podcast. They live stream and film it every
Editorial Show. The Slang Editorial Show. Do not look for the Slang Editorial.
Yeah, don't look for the Slang Editorial Podcast.
Yeah, we don't know who they are.
I can't help but call it that because that's just where I'm at now. The Slang Editorial Show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's available on all streaming platforms and YouTube. You can catch the
every Monday.
You can catch the live joint as they film it on Saturdays.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? On Facebook. So
join the Facebook group, you know, the Slang Editorial Gang. You know what I mean? So you can watch us live when we record on Saturdays, and you get the recorded version on YouTube and streaming platforms on Monday. And as of my good friend Pinky from next Friday says, Cap got the pink.
I got the...
So on that note, y'all, thank you for watching the Just to Be Frank podcast, baby. I, of course, am Frank Starfire. For DJ Coach Cap, that's Dope Boy Sumz. Yeah, one love. Abracadabra, y'all. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Frank Starfire. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you heard, do me a favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then share the living shit out of this. Or keep it to yourself so you can be that much smarter than everybody else. Also, do me a favor, hit the links in the description so that you can get some more great content from me and some of my friends. And feel free to drop a line in the comments, even if it's just to tell me that I'm a fucking moron. Thanks for watching. One love, abracadabra.